Let me talk birthdays a minute, because Joe Biden has one coming up next month. He's going to be 80 years old. Now, he says he's going to run again for president when he will be pushing 82. Let me be clear, it is not his age that so much concerns me. I mean, I know some folks who are his age, and they seem to be getting along quite well. But then again, they aren't walking around with the nuclear launch codes and talking about Armageddon at a Democrat fundraiser. And by the way, they still make sense when they talk. To quote Joe Biden, not a joke, not a joke. I mean, even the prima donna primping princes and princesses of the D.C. press corps are starting to demand information about the president's mental acuity after he followed a video tribute to recently deceased Congresswoman Jackie Walorski with this unforgettable moment.
Jackie, are you here? Where's Jackie? I didn't think she was going to be here.
Yeah, there was a reason she wasn't there, Joe. She died. And what really was tragic was they had just shown a video, a tribute to her. He had just seen it. And then he looks around and says, where's Jackie? Is she here? I don't guess she's here. Look, sometimes he just slurs through a sentence, and it makes no sense whatsoever. Roll the tape.
Of Putin's kleptocracy. Yeah. I was going to put him.
2 words. Made in America.
For 2 reasons. One,
What do? There you are. I mean, concerns about his cognitive ability as well as his simple honesty, well, arise when he starts telling stories as if he's Forrest Gump, showing up in every moment of American history, as if he was really there. I begin to think that he's really not going to Rehoboth Beach in Delaware every weekend. He's going to Fantasy Island to dream up new things that he remembers doing. You know, like he remembers driving an 18-wheel truck, getting 3 college degrees and graduating first in his class in law school on full scholarship, or being raised by Puerto Ricans in his hometown, having his house catch on fire, killing nearly 2 firemen, or spending more time in a synagogue than local Jews, or having marched in civil rights and getting arrested for it several times, saying his son Bo dying in Iraq, or when he talked about how he rode with his mother on an Amtrak train even though it was 6 years after she died, or getting into a chain fight at a swimming pool with some dude named Corn Pop. You see, the problem is none of it ever happened. There is no record of any of it. I mean, even the Washington Post did an article pointing out that Joe's been serving more Whoppers than Burger King, folks. And after watching him shuffle from the podium after he speaks, I mean, it's truly sad. He seems to be completely lost and looking for someone to come and lead him away after he shakes hands with the ghost who always shows up to hear him. So what if he really is addled? Hey, forget a re-election run. What if one day he just wanders off the stage and doesn't come back? It could happen. Hey, but before you get too excited about that, then Vice President Kamala Harris would become president. Now, imagine our being faced with a potential nuclear war, and then her speech to the nation goes something like this.
I love Venn diagrams, so I just do. Whenever you're dealing with conflict, pull out a Venn diagram, right? And so, you know, the 3 circles.
Yeah, we know all about those 3 circles. Yeah. You know, we are less than a month from midterm elections. And we don't get to pick a new president next month, but we do get to pick a new House and Senate. And we might want to make sure that there is at least a speed bump or a roadblock to having these 2 pushing stuff through a highly partisan and clearly incompetent Congress. Now, I'm going to try to do something tonight. I want to emulate the current White House team that, quite frankly, scare the daylights out of every thinking person. So let me give the speech as if we might hear it from one of them. we must all vote. Because voting is what we do when we vote. It's an election. And we have elections because it's how we vote in the election. And that is important for our children, the children of our future, because they are our children and they are our future. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I hope you will now. The button is just below this video, and there's a little bell next to it. If you click on those, YouTube will reluctantly start letting you know when we've got a new video uploaded.